So now I'm literally here thinking like this is literally my first day and they want us to clean this poo off the floor. And I'm like, man, I do not want to do this job at all. Alright guys, what is up? It's Mark Munches and we're here today with episode 5 of Noodle Week. I know you guys have been enjoying it. Today we're going to be having this Japanese style noodle. This is from my favorite brand of noodles. This isn't my favorite noodle because unfortunately they didn't have it. But this is what the packaging looks like. It's very like high quality noodles, like whenever I get them. The company is Myo. I think it's most recognizable for, they always have like these symbols on it, mostly the ones that I've seen. For the mustard mayo sauce, which is on here, it's pretty much just a noodle with, I don't know what the flavoring is exactly, it just says oriental flavor. But we also have a drink here. This is strawberry, yep, just strawberry. And we'll be drinking that with it. But today we're gonna be doing the crazy retail stories. I worked in retail for a year and it was some of the craziest work experiences I've ever had in my life. Before we get to this video, we're just gonna pray real quick. Lord, we're thankful for today. Thankful for everything you're doing with my channel. I'm thankful for all of my viewers, for how much support they show me. I pray you just continue to help me, guide all of my viewers, and guide my family, and just continue to watch over all of us, Lord. In your name we pray, amen. So let's get straight into this. I've never tasted this before, so I'm just gonna grab a taste of this real quick. Yeah, it's really good, guys. Like, if you guys want to know what mustard mayo sauce tastes like, if you've never had it, the most comparable thing is horseradish mayo. If you guys ever had that, I don't know if you have. You could buy. I think that's easier to find than mustard mayo. But let's get straight into this. I'm gonna try to open this. Dropping things. I'm usually not the most savvy at opening this thing, so bear with me, guys. Man, I hate this thing. There we go. All the dramatics. Oh, it's actually really good. I've had that like one other time ever, but it wasn't this flavor. Pretty much a few years ago I worked for a retail company, of course, like I said. It's a franchise. I won't say what their name is, but they're a big franchise. You guys might be able to guess what it is, but this is also 2 packs of noodles if you guys are wondering. This isn't one. But anyways, I worked there and my job was pretty much to do everything in the store that nobody wants to do. So if someone, I don't know, opened a million boxes of shoes and there was just a million boxes and they didn't feel like throwing it out, they would literally call me and say, hey Mark, want to toss out these boxes? And it was pretty much my job to do that. So it wasn't the greatest of jobs, but I just came out of college and it's hard to find work when you don't really have work experience. And I wasn't in work for a long time because of college. Made me choke, guys, I don't know why. It went down my throat wrong. For that reason, I pretty much instantly took the job because I didn't want to. I'm just gonna move this. I don't know why it's making me nervous. That's gonna drop. Pretty much, first day working there, they set me up with this guy. He's still kind of my friend to this day. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's a cool guy. And me and him, they set me up to work with him, and he was basically supposed to train me. First day on the job. I'm literally there for maybe an hour. And my buddy's just telling me, let me know, like, yeah, man, this job is super easy and stuff. Don't worry about it. It's real laid back, real chill. And I'm like, wow, it sounds great. Like, You know, I'm not going to be doing any heavy labor, manual labor, or anything like that. Just like real simple stuff. And then we get a call to come to a certain area of the store. We get over there, and an old man literally pooed on the floor. So now I'm literally here thinking like, this is literally my first day and they want us to clean this poo off the floor. And I'm like, man, I do not want to do this job at all. So then my friend, he basically offers and says, it's your first day, I'm not going to make you do this. And he basically does it himself. And the whole time he's doing it, he's like gagging and stuff. And off the bat, I just knew like, this job has some crazy things in store for me. Pretty much when I first start working there, it's not that bad. They always set you up with someone, so I was always working with my friends usually, and I never had to be alone. But eventually after a while, when they feel like you're trained, they tell you you're gonna have to start working by yourself, especially at nighttime if you come in at nights. And let's just say at night, things get real interesting over there. I worked there, I started in the winter season, but by the time I was able to work by myself, it was starting to become summertime. This is really good, guys. I can't really describe what the flavor is, but just know it's really good. If you guys want to try this, I recommend it. It's literally my favorite noodle brand. I've never eaten this, but like this is the first time you try this one, and it's great. Like, I love these noodles. Just like the texture of them and everything, the flavoring, really good. Let's just say weird things started happening as summer started coming along. Literally one day I'm working, and this guy literally comes, and he's just sitting in a parking lot, and he's parked in like a weird place. He has like really dark shades on, and he just looks like a shifty character. Like his window's like wound down to like here, so like you can't see him and stuff. And then I'm just walking, but I'm just looking at him from a distance as the windows are super tinted. He just calls me over like, hey man. And I walk over and I'm like, what's up, man? But I'm like trying to keep my distance. I'm like not trying to get kidnapped or something. And my guy's literally like, yo man, you have the best job in the world. So I'm like, what do you mean I have the best job in the world? And then he's like, you get to see everything. And then I turn and see this guy, and he's literally like staring at like the teenage girls that come from high school, like walking in their mini skirts and stuff. I'm like, okay. And this guy's like well like in his 40s or something. But pretty much weird things like that would happen all the time, like as soon as summer started, which was weird because I just thought like I had kind of a regular job before that. The way that our store worked, we had a security guard, right? And security would mostly sit in a room, watch cameras. They'll sometimes walk around as a fake worker, like a fake shopper, and book people stealing. Our security guard, she was really good at camoing in because she just looked like a small old lady. Like she was like less than 5 feet tall, but she was like a trained black belt and stuff. So like people couldn't mess with her, right? Problem was that she only worked, basically she worked at 3 different stores. So she would be at our store like 1 day a week possibly, because our store was the least busy of the 3 stores that she worked at. But our store still got really busy because of summertime. And then we had people who stood close to the doors just to say like, oh hi, blah blah, do you need a cart, blah blah. And those people kind of would check receipts and stuff if like buzzers went off. Also, don't ask me in the comment section where I work, guys. Not saying, not telling you guys. I just don't want to get into any trouble for repeating these stories. Sorry if you could hear my kids in the background, by the way. So she was rarely there, But the people that checked the doors, they were there daily, but they had a set schedule. So they'd get there 12 o'clock when the store just started picking up in busyness, and they'd leave at 8 o'clock. Because they could only work 8 hours, right? And the problem with that was we didn't close for another like 2-3 hours after that. So everyone, eventually, I guess people who were locals and stuff knew this, and they would wait until after 8 o'clock and start coming to the store and try to rob it. So crazy things would happen as soon as nighttime started coming around. And I never knew this because I mostly worked day shift, and I would sometimes work 11 to 7. That was the latest I would work. But as soon as they started making me work alone, it started becoming every Thursday I would be there till they closed. But then I started, so I wouldn't see things that often, and then it started getting past that where they would like book me like 3 days a week on closing, and I just started seeing so many things that I never knew would happen. There was a guy, he was just in like there's like a little video game section, and he was just picking up things, filling up his cart like to the rim, like past the normal amount, right? And they see him doing this. The security guard's luckily there that day, and they see him doing this, and they can't do anything, right? You don't know if someone's gonna do anything or anything, but you just have to assume he's literally loading his cart to the rim with as many things as possible, right? And like all from one section too, right? That's like, imagine someone goes into like a random store and then they like just walk straight over to the shoe section and throw like 50 pairs of shoes in their cart, right? It'd be suspicious. This guy starts going towards the checkout areas, and they're like just watch him closely. And my guy makes a mad dash for the doors, and he runs as fast as he can, like blazing speed, like nobody can even like catch him and stuff. And like a bunch of people are running behind him, but it's automatic doors, but they can't open fast enough, and it starts opening and his cart just smashes into it and shatters the doors, and like the doors are just like explode with glass. Of course, you know, it's my job to clean up the glass, obviously. He didn't get away with anything though. One time this girl comes in, and it's late at night, like literally probably half an hour and we're closing, right? Nobody in the store. There's maybe like 10 people walking around that's shopping. And security's not working this day. But this lady that I know who works there somehow took it upon herself to just declare herself security that night. Don't know why. Brave soul. I'm not losing my life over a retail job. Like, you never know how desperate people are, right? She declares herself the security for the night for some reason, and this girl's walking through every aisle, like of the whole store, like, and just putting things inside of her pants. Like, she's just like, she has like slacks on, and she's just dropping things, like a bunch of stuff till like her pants are like swollen. And then she goes to the shoe section, and she just starts trying on shoes. And then she grabs a pair and she puts them on, and then she just walks to the bathroom. So this lady follows her in the bathroom, and she's like, oh, I'm not gonna, and she's like even telling people like, oh, I'm not gonna let her get away with this or something. Like, I'm not sure why she's so dedicated, right? It doesn't affect any of us personally. And also, like, our store gets robbed of thousands and thousands of dollars every year, and they still make millions and millions of dollars anyway. And it just isn't smart to put your life on the line for a job that isn't yours anyway, right? Like, it's even a part of our rules that we're not supposed to do those things. So, but she just wasn't letting it go that day. And she follows this girl to the bathroom, and then the girl's behind a stall, and then she just starts like yelling to her through the stall, like, hey, I know you're in there. I know you're trying to steal stuff. Come out. And then she's literally like back and forth arguing with her, like, I'm not trying to steal anything, blah, blah. And she literally kicks open the bathroom stall door, and literally the girl's in there with just like a whole bunch of CDs, jewelry, all sorts of, like, not like real jewelry, but like, you know, sometimes they have fake jewelry that they just like hang on walls like for $10 or something. She has like all that stuff, a whole bunch of things, just all over, pens, anything you could think of, she just has it. And she just like blasts out in the bathroom. And then it's so funny because the next day I literally see the same girl walk back in the store to return the shoes that she stole. And then they just gave her like a full like they gave her a gift card for it. But some crazy things would happen down there. All done. I think it was really good. This was a really good noodle. I'm gonna rate this a solid 9.5. If I could have found the other flavors like in a brown packaging, I'm not sure what flavor it is, but that noodle would have been a solid 10. This was a 9.5. It was really good. This drink, it was pretty good too. I'd give this drink like a 7.5 maybe. But that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this content, if you like Noodle Week, don't forget to thumbs up. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to become a part of the Munch Gang. And that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.